I don't know if it's paying it off if you're telling people not to go see something.
I think I'm doing you a favor. I generally, my belief with movies is while I want to be an aesthete, I want to say, well,
Is that like steak frites?
I see the movies because I can appreciate great art. And I do. There was a time in my life, and maybe it was before I became a parent, I don't know, where I just found I was able to handle disturbing, unsettling things better because I didn't have sort of a way to relate it personally. And I could, I'd see all kinds of really challenging and difficult. But now I like to be entertained. I want it to be fun. Even though I like to think of myself as somebody who can respect and appreciate some difficult films, I'm like that with music now. Look, I haven't seen 12 Years a Slave. I'm sorry,
you haven't.
I haven't, and I know it's one of these where
it's tough.
I probably should, and I haven't seen The Passion of the Christ, and I haven't seen
that. As soon as you said it, that was the movie that came to mind. I saw that one time in the theater, and I was like, that was a 2-hour ass whooping. I don't want to see that again ever.
Right.
It's just, you got what you needed out of me.
Right.
Like, I got no more.
And even horror movies. I was an aficionado of horror movies as a younger guy in high school and college. and I loved it. And then they got like super sadistic and really awful. And then it
got to gore, though.
Yeah.
It got away from like suspense and fright, and it got to
correct.
gore.
It went from terror to horror. And you start to think of your own mortality a little bit and the mortality of others. But I will tell you this, that Manchester by the Sea is a very well-made, well-acted movie. I'm not going to argue that. Casey Affleck could very likely win the Academy Award for Best Actor. Michelle Williams could be nominated for Best Supporting Actress. They're phenomenal. He's amazing. And I'm not going to debate you on is it a good movie or not. Because the answer is yes. Manchester by the Sea is a very good movie. But oh my God, was I glad it was over?
Yeah.
I was so
like
glad.
A long ride.
I was so glad it was over. It's just when you think like, oh no, it can't be that. Oh no, it is that. And the way the layers with which these things
the summary now.
Unfold. And I don't know if there's spoiler alerts in the summary about what, because the way it takes time to get to some of the gut punch that you have to endure, and then you think there might be some redemption, some payoff, something, and then next thing you know, the credits are rolling, and you're just looking like, oh, God, you want to just walk into the ocean yourself at that point. I mean, it made like
Thelma or Louise just driving off the cliff after a movie. But did you appreciate the experience? Like, not wanting to do it again is different than appreciating the experience.
That's where I'm in between on it, because, like I say, I understand that I saw a very well-made movie that is going to have acting performances that are going to redefine careers and be remembered for a very long time. But if you ask me, would I rather not have watched it? If I had it to do all over again, could I go back and not watch it? I'd have to really consider that. As there has to be a commitment to the art of it. But man, at some point, I said to my wife, I said, this makes Schindler's List feel like Smokey and the Bandit. It was just, I mean,
you're always doing the most, man. You are.
It was, I mean, oh my God. Yeah. It's, the reviews I read said, yeah, there's little bits of humor in here. And I'm waiting for like, okay, where's
Did you have that stupid half smile on your face waiting for the laugh?
Like
2 hours later.
Like, this isn't funny.
And then a corn fell on his head.
This is still horrible.
No, yeah. Million Dollar Baby was like that for me, where I appreciated the experience. I just never wanted to do it again because of how sad it was.
Great movie.
Terrific movie.
And then when it turns on you kind of just... Oh.
When it turns... From the beginning.
Yeah, but then...
They feel awful from the beginning of that movie to the end of it.
I mean...
And then they walk in with the Disney stuff, and, they got all the tourist crap draped all over them while she's fighting for her life. Sorry, spoiler alert for all those who haven't seen Million Dollar Baby. But, yeah, there's certain movies that take you on that ride. Have you seen The 13th?
No.
It's a documentary that me and the lady watched about a month ago, 3 weeks ago. And we sat there and was like, all right, well, we just ruined our entire afternoon.
Well, that was fun.
You know, it's talking about mass incarceration and the ties to slavery and all that. Yeah, Passion of the Christ right there, though. I can't believe I went to the theater to go see that. And, yeah, it was just a beating for 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes.
Debjit says, go see Silence, a real comedy, a riot film. See, here's the thing, that because it's Scorsese, and, you know, my wife has this Scorsese thing,
Well,
I'm not seeing Silence.
Why not?
I can't stand Andrew Garfield. Okay, I can't stand him. I don't know what it is. He might be the nicest guy in the world, just a terrific dude. You want to hang out and drink beers with him forever and a day.
What do you do?
I don't know. I don't know. There's something about him that I can't.
Oh, it's my guy from The Social Network. Yeah.
Who was he in The Social Network?
Wasn't he the guy that Mark Zuckerberg ripped off?
Was that him?
It was his partner.
Well, maybe he didn't bother me.
And he was also in Spider-Man, right?
Yeah. Is it the same? I guess he didn't bother me as much in The Social Network. But
yeah, he's a dashing young man.
I don't know.
What do you mean? You just got something against Andrew Garfield?
I don't know what
You're
it is.
A weirdo, dude.
It's just, I'm sorry.
Oh, yes. This texter, 224, Mystic River. Yeah, you want to feel bad about everything around you.
That's such an awesome movie.
It is. Sean Penn is.
I mean, that's a hard
peak
ass.
Sean Penn.
Right.
Yeah, but you still want to go hug something. Not even a person. You just want to go hug.
What's he doing at a lamppost?
Right. Like, why is he hugging the refrigerator? No, dude. Yeah, there's certain ones, man. It's something about where you are in life and how much time you have to feel sad. Like, Spiegel has this thing where he loves watching dark documentaries. And if they're informative, cool. Like, have you ever heard about The Grim Sleeper? There's a man in, I believe, it's either Watts or Compton, California, who was just offing prostitutes and call girls for years, like years and years and years, and nobody knew or cared because it was street workers who were getting offs, and their lives are lesser than everyone else's in society's eyes. And it's just, it take you through the entire case and going back through it. They get like a former junkie to go on these ride-alongs and say, yeah, this is the girl that he killed here, and this girl, and then they corner his son and show him the evidence, and it's just
I liked it.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, this is hard. Like, and Spiegel does that like 2 or 3 times a week, where he just sits down and he forces himself to be sad. I'm like, I can't do this.
I'd rather watch Die Hard again.
Well, I mean,
give it a chance.
Gangs of New York, Shawshank Redemption. There's certain movies, Big Trouble in Little China. No matter where they are,
you get your go-to movies that you just want to. My Cousin Vinny, I could just put on and feel better about.
Tropic Thunder.
That's so good.
Yeah, it always hits the spot wherever you're at.
Yeah,
Ex Machina is one of those movies for me too, where I watched
that's the robot.
Mm-hmm, I watched it and I was like, this is incredibly disturbing and awesome. And I never want to see it again.
Okay.
I never, ever want to see it again.
Yeah, somebody said that the only thing about Manchester by the Sea was that the title was just so pretentious. It just should have been Sad People at the Ocean. But when I realized what was happening in about halfway through the movie, I thought, oh, no. And then are they going to make us watch the after? And then the whole rest of the movie is the aftermath about it, just these people's lives coming apart.
So there's no like super queasy part, because I gotta stay away from those.
I would not like queasy,
like parts where surgeries are happening. Or
no.
I'm just saying, like, if I'm gonna see this, there's certain roadblocks that I will not mess with, man. Like for instance, Black Hawk Down is the only time I've ever had to leave a theater because I felt like. The experience that I had when getting my tattoos, where I get all lightheaded and sweaty, and I start to think about what I ate and if I was going to die. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt during that like impromptu surgery during Black Hawk Down, where they open up a guy's leg and start to go in there.
No. It's all emotional pain. There's nothing.
Oh, my favorite flavor of pain.
There's nothing that challenges
I'll have
you
the emotional pain,
quite
sir.
like that. Lake Barrington Jim is on the score.
Hey, guys. Congratulations, Jason, first of all, on your promotion, I guess we'll call it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And I got to agree with Dan. As you have children, and congratulations on that, things change. And how you look at movies and how you receive them changes dramatically.
That's clearly happened with me. There's no question in my mind.
12 Years a Slave, I walked out of. I have never walked out of a good movie ever
in my
life, but it was just too hard to take. The scene with the slapping and the ring, I couldn't deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife is, "What's wrong with you?" And I said, I can't. It's when you have kids, it changes everything. I'm never going to see Sophie's Choice again.
I've never seen it, and will not.
What movie?
Sophie's Choice. Meryl Streep, Kevin Kline.
I will be a puddle.
Of course, no, I'd be worse than that. I will never see that, Jim, ever. I mean, I know what the choice is.
Snapshot, though. Well, let me know.
Sophie's Choice.
Spoiler alert, Dan. Don't
right.
say anything.
Okay. No, right. Spoiler alert is Meryl Streep's character when the Nazis come for her family has to make a choice between her husband and her son,
and it's just horrid.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I like it.
yeah, I'm good.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, that's the choice.
Yeah, sure, one of the worst.
And of course,
Tannehill has his ranking as far as bad guys at this station. He smiles,
so underrated.
He giggles every once in a while. He's got some sports nuggets for you, but this dude, man,
so underrated.
I got mad because I remember the time when I watched The Lovely Bones. Anyone ever seen that one?
No.
It's a Peter Jackson movie about a girl who is abducted, and I saw it with months within of having my baby girl.
Dude. Took you to a bad place.
It changes things. And of course, my phone just buzzes here, and my son says, "What about Three Amigos?" What about they?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you want?
He just wants you to mention Three Amigos.
What about thanks?
He says, texting, he just random movies.
Jason from the north side chiming in on the text zone.
Roscoe Village Jason says Three Amigos, Major League. Right, those are not disturbing
naming movies.
You guys ever see Godfather?
How about that whole deal? No, I guess, yes, those would be movies that I'd watch that would make me feel better.
Shout out to Jay.
Yeah, Three Amigos. Although I made Three Amigos mandatory for the family, and the kids loved it. My wife still won't see it.
What?
So she won't see Three Amigos.
Oh, that's grounds for. She couldn't be a producer during this show. I mean, you hand out your
Have to
Three
pass
Amigos.
a quiz.
Right. You hand out your Three Amigos test. She wouldn't be
Shove
able
it
to
back and say, take your own damn quiz.
Do you have anything other than Mexican food?
She's never seen Three Amigos.
Never seen Three Amigos. My sister's favorite movie of all time.
Well, I can't get on her for that because there's a lot of movies that people love that I've never even.
I'm there too, but it's such an innocuous movie. There's so many great moments.
Why is she staying away from me? Because of you? Have you forced her away from Three Amigos?
No, I think she's just planting her flag there, just because.
Okay,
I'll
build a wall around that flag.
Oh, so yes, and now he's clarifying. He said, "No, Three Amigos in Major League could make you happy, like my cousin Vinny." Yes. Indeed, Three Amigos, you cannot be unhappy.
Oh, dude.
I believe actually in the movie Sophie's Choice, immediately after making the choice, Meryl Streep's character goes and watches Three Amigos.
with three pelvic thrusts. By the way, this 708 texter, John Q with Denzel, no. John Q is trash. That movie is awful. I laughed through the entire thing. It wasn't because of the subject matter. It was because of how awful the movie was from top to bottom. Don't give me John Q there. We're talking about real movies here like Passion of the Christ and Sophie's Final Destination or whatever you're talking about.
Right. Yeah.
No, not John Q. And I haven't seen all of Bambi, so, whatever.
Bambi sucks.
Bambi, the opening scene.
Bambi sucks. The only thing worse than Bambi's Dumbo.
I haven't seen that through the whole way through either.
Don't.
No? Old Yeller? Nah.
No, thank you. Shot her down. Knocking them all down today.
Let's go.
Right. You can't play the drop.
Oh, feel.
Denver. He's a special man. It's the Bernstein and Goff Show. Two very ordinary men right here on 670 The Score, 670thescore.com, and watch 670thescore.com. People are texting in all their miserable movies and also combining Sophia's Choice with the Three Amigos.
Yeah, I guess I had it wrong. She chooses between her son and her daughter to die. I guess she sends her daughter to her death while picking the son. I thought it was the husband. I guess not. I'm not going to see it, and I don't care. But I do like the idea of one texter. I love the Scores Afternoon Show texters, no matter what I say, because whoever came up with Sophie's Amigos.
Everybody running out of the village in Nazi uniforms and doing the
right. We ride. You can pick one amigo to live. The other two will be given to El Guapo with his plethora of piñatas. I would not like to think somebody would tell me I have a plethora of something if he does not know what a plethora is.
Dude, that movie was on every single day one summer when we were in Belize. You know, Belize, the entire country steals cable. So
literally the entire, as a country.
Yeah, everybody gets free cable.
Okay.
So you may not, you may live in the bush with no indoor plumbing, but you're going to have cable. And HBO, of course, is huge here as it is everywhere. But in Belize, HBO, you just sit down and for an entire summer, we watched Batman this summer. It was on HBO maybe 30 times because we were down there for 2 or 3 months. We were down there for the entire summer. I remember Three Amigos was, I guess, the feature film on HBO for an entire summer. Me and my uncles were running around quoting Three Amigos and angering, 80-some-odd-year-old great-grandmother who had no idea what the hell was going on. It was a great summer. Three Amigos. See, now I got to go watch it again now. Now I have to watch it.
It's so good. You killed the invisible swordsman.
Yes. The talking bush, right?
Yes. The singing bush.
Singing bush, yes.
It's Randy Newman,
yes.
And it won't shut up. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Yeah, now I got to go back and watch it. By the way, all these depressing-ass movies that you're texting about, yes, Prisoners was very depressing. The Girl Next Door, right on. I haven't seen Requiem for a Dream. Have you?
No, thank you. Is it the Lars von Trier with is it Bjork or whoever? I forget one of those. It's no. And the 630 says in Sophie's Amigos, she has a plethora of hard choices.
We're making fun of Nazi execution.
Right, I know.
Right now,
well, hey, why not? What the hell? I just compared Schindler's List to Smokey and the Bandit, I think. That was in the previous segment. You know what was coming up next? What? The Power Hour.
Ooh, we know you're in your cars and you're waiting for sports.
Yeah.
The
sports.
NFC and AFC championship game will be bandied about by two idiots with microphones. Next on The Score. Yeah.